Hello, I'm a British person, and I would rather drink a cup of warm vomit from a cheap hooker than have to watch Transmorphers. Please don't make me. Remember 2006 when we didn't need to worry about giant robot fighting movies? It was a glorious time, but to be fair, the first Transformers movie was okay. Fine. Adequate. Mediocre. Meh. And it was released the time when the Asylum were at their peak mockbuster phase. So naturally they had to make a low-budget, low-quality rip-off in the hope that people would accidentally buy this DVD instead of going to the real cinema to watch the real movie and watch some real decent cinema. Kind of. It wasn't that great, but it was still better than this. And what is the title of this epic pile of shite? Actually, I'm not even mad. That's amazing. And the movie is every bit as god-fucking awful as you would expect. Don't make me watch it, 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 don't make me watch it. We start with some backstory. Shit.
A planet 20 million light years away. We sent a message of peace, a message of friendship. And 5 years later, we received their response.
Right.
20 million light years away, and 5 years later...
How is a signal travelling 20 million light years and then 20 million light years back in 5 years? Do you even science, bro? And now you're shamelessly just copying Transformers. I mean, do you have no shame? Basically, robots take over the world. And what mighty robots they are. That CGI is so bad it's made me blind. Hello? Hello, is anybody there? Hello? We meet some characters who I cannot be asked to learn the names of because they're basically all the same character anyway, and they're worried that the robots are advancing.
The time for a direct strike has come, Mr. Chairman.
Did that not come when they actually invaded?
Moments ago, you reported the machines are advancing, coming closer every day.
Yep, that's what advancing means.
We'll need to neutralize and immobilize it so that I can extract its primary fuel cell.
Sounds like a lot of work. Why don't we just ask them nicely for one?
Commander, pay attention.
Well, she clearly was paying attention, otherwise she wouldn't have been able to give you that sass. So off the humans pop to take on the robots. Just look at the movement of these highly trained soldiers and listen to their obviously dubbed lines.
Okay, right there. That looks like a good place to throw down the E-mags.
You buying this, sir?
And look how concerned they are about this weird noise, and look at this terrible CGI which shows up and kills them all. I knew learning their names would have been a waste of time. So our heroes have to come up with a new plan, so they thaw Mitchell here from cryo-freeze because the robots can't read his mind. Whoa, that's a lot of information. I feel like we need some kind of explanation. What's that? We're not going to get one. Right. Because that would spoil the movie's big major twist, wouldn't it? We don't want that. I suppose. If Mitchell's gonna save them all, then he needs his mate Itchy to be thawed too. Is Scratchy not available? And then they all talk about their feelings or something. I don't know. I don't really care. There are no robots on screen and the movie's about robots. Instead, they just talk. Talk about their relationships, talk about their plan to kill the robots, pick their team via shitty, unnecessary fighting with whoosh sounds.
Hit me!
Then when they're finally happy with their plan and their team, they all go off to have a party. What the hell? Where's the story here? They're just wasting time. Go fucking do stuff. That doesn't count as doing stuff. Pure fetish fuel. Don't do stuff if it doesn't contribute to the story. Oh, that's right, there is no story. So they have no choice but to pad this thing out with bollocks so that it can be released on DVD in the hope that it scams people out of money.
Get on the floor! You want to hit me again, huh? You like that?
No, although this is surprisingly easy to masturbate to. Then after that, they do more talking, because apparently going on a mission to kill robots and save humanity is being a traitor.
They were right about you. You're a traitor.
This time wasting is getting right on my tits now. We then also have to rip off Alien by learning that one of the characters is an android, because why not rip off multiple franchises?
Well, it's great, isn't it? All synthetic?
How many of these things have you got?
Just her. And one other one, but that didn't turn out quite the way I wanted it.
Oh no, failure.
Yes, of course, don't expand on that very interesting, very intriguing thing you just said. It will make for a great plot twist later. Now, I don't want to shock you. I hope you're sitting down. But, with more than half the movie's runtime already gone, they finally set out to go and retrieve a fuel cell which will help them to kill the robots.
Alright, men. Spread out. Take cover.
Did you take note of that order there?
Take cover.
Take cover. Okay? Take cover. So why the hell are they sat on top of these concrete blocks in clear view of fucking everything? Ugh, I give up. Cue some more terrible robots and a terrible shootout. How did these robots take over the world? They're bloody pathetic. Oh look, flying robots, equally as pathetic. These robots don't weigh much, do they?
Focus your firepower back toward the beta point! No! The beta point's that way! We can't go back!
I can't hear a fucking word that you're saying.
That kid head's in the way!
What?
Take out the map!
I hope this isn't important because I've got no clue what's going on. These things are so lame they can be killed with a frisbee. And who thought that an explosive frisbee would be an ideal weapon? Imagine how many dogs died in the development of this thing. They do manage to extract a fuel cell from a dead robot, but then they have a shocking discovery.
We always theorized the machines were created by an alien race, but they are the alien race.
And then there's more crap action and we have the movie's big reveal.
I made you too human.
What a shitty twist. If this guy's an android, then why the hell was he cryogenically frozen? How did humans invent realistic human robots without years of development? I'm not going to get answers to these questions, am I? So Mitchell decides to take one for the team and carry the fuel cell into the robot's lair. What follows is then more mess as the robots attack. We also have time to rip off Star Wars vehicles amongst the awful CGI robots which sound like the Nazgul.
Easy, 6 o'clock!
Rip off 3402? Check! Now are you ready for the worst CGI shot of all time? It's like what Honey, I Shrunk the Kids would have looked like if all the filmmakers were 3 years old and had no hands and had never seen a movie before. And our heroes arrive at Robot HQ, but oh no! Terrible lasers! A giant CGI abortion! A horrendous tank explosion! Sounds like George Lucas's shopping list. Because Mitchell is an android, he can just stroll through Robot HQ without a care in the world. I really don't know how these robots pose to humanity any kind of threat. And then he just shoves the fuel cell into his chest. Another direct Transformers reference there. And blammo, he destroys all the nasty robots. Hooray! Let's have yet more lame CGI in the form of the world's worst fireworks display. Oh my god, that is so bad. So bad. I have seen a lot of terrible things over the last 9 years of taking the piss out of terrible movies online. Wow, has it been that long? But never before have I hated seeing a movie as much as I do this one. It's boring, the acting's bad, the story is non-existent, the script is one of the worst ever, and yet here it is. It exists, and for some reason, people watch it. And you know what's worse? There's a goddamn Transmorphers sequel.